If I wanted great long-term equity, a neighborhood that offered my family the best in lifestyle, all within a healthy budget, I'd pick Ramble in Celina, Texas. If you've been keeping up with what's happening in Celina, you've probably already heard the name Ramble. I'm gonna show you two of the most dreamy model homes today, so stick around. Okay, so now we're here at Highland, and I wanna take you in. It's a very different look, so I'm excited. These are 74-foot lots. They're gonna range from 3,000 square feet all the way up to probably 4,200-ish square feet. I would say 7s, 8s, and 900s. Is probably where you're gonna end once you get your lot and your upgrades and all of that. So let's go inside. So first of all, I love the entrance and I love the black and white tile. But at the very entrance, you see a office and it's got the French doors for privacy, but it's a really big office, bigger than normally I see, but it is a 74-foot lot. So you're gonna have a bigger house. It's a very dramatic entry. And then we're gonna go to the left and we have our first secondary bedroom, which is nice to have. And it's got its own private ensuite with its walk-in shower and a walk-in closet. Then we have a downstairs media room, which is one of my favorite things because I feel like media rooms don't get used super often. If they're upstairs, people forget about them. Plus you can be in and amongst the family entertainment area, and then the kiddos can be in here watching a movie, but yet you're still able to keep an eye on them, all the fun things. So we do have a beautiful staircase that goes all the way up. I also love the double doors. And then of course we just have a huge high ceiling with dramatic chandeliers, and we've got the living, the dining, and the kitchen stacked. So you've got built-ins, you've got your fireplace tile all the way to the ceiling, you've got so much natural light here, and then you have built-ins for all kinds of storage and your nice plates and your entertaining wear. You've got a great space for, I mean, this is large. It may not look huge in the video, but this is a really big table and could even have more chairs around it. And then of course, this island is huge and a great space for kiddos or friends that are coming over. You've got all the cabinetry, the double oven, gas stove, great vent-a-hood, all the things, and then your microwaves down here, and then you've got a little office area, which is great because it's got a lot of natural light, and if you have kiddos outside, you can still keep an eye on them. Let's go outside. So the 74-foot lot is definitely going to give you a lot more space. And remember, a lot of people will do the screens that come down here, and oh gosh, here, and then way over there. You'll get a third one down that so that you completely enclose your back patio. Then you can open up these doors and have that indoor-outdoor living during the spring and the fall. Obviously, it's way too hot. We are in the summer right now and it's July, and of course it's super hot. And July and August are the two hottest months of our year, so just know that I call them the twins. They're hot. But look at this backyard. I mean, it's a good size. So I wanted to kind of show y'all that. We'll go back inside. And let's go see what's down here. I bet it's gonna be the laundry room. Oh, look at this. This is the pantry. Wow. So you've got a pantry wine room, which is stunning. Not seen one painted cranberry before, but you have your beverage center here and so much beautiful storage. Mudroom. And here is the laundry. Oh my gosh, this is adorable. So you have your built-ins, your hanging, and then your sink. I'm sure a lot of this is an upgrade, but you have a second refrigerator. And then linen right there. And this would be garage, but it's not right now. All right, let's go find the primary bedroom. Oh look, we've got a little half bath over here. That's really nice. This could be also a pool bath. Super cute, so that if you built a pool out there that you could come in this door and go that potty. All right, here is the primary. Oh wow, it's so pretty. It's such a good size too. Got a full-on couch. You've got double doors to your bathroom. And then walking into the primary, I mean, who would not want to soak in that tub? You've got his and her vanities. You've got a great, huge walk-in shower. And then you've got such a great walk-in. Oh, it keeps going. Look at this over here. Amazing walk-in closet. All right, I'll meet you upstairs. All right, so you come up to the game room, and it's a good size as well. And it splits off to a bedroom and a bathroom over here, which is super cute, super girly. And remember, you can build it however you want. It would be exactly what you want if you built. You're gonna get better pricing on spec houses, and they have them here, so we can negotiate. But if you wanna build, you're gonna pay the highest price, but you're gonna get exactly what you want. I like spec houses because you can get a better deal. You have to go with whatever they designed it to be, but you get a better deal. All right, next, bedroom. This is a really good, I love bench seats for windows. This is a really great sized bedroom. It's almost like its own little nook. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Whoever designed this did a good job. Great walk-in closet, great bedroom, bathroom, and then, oh, a really deep game room linen closet. And then over here, this room's huge, and it's so great because it's hard to find huge bedrooms these days. It's almost like a second primary bedroom. It's got a really great walk-in closet and then its own bathroom. So pretty. So that kind of gives you a little peek on Highland and what they're offering here in Ramble. Something I forgot to tell you guys is the HOA, it depends on your lot size, but it's $2,100, $2,200 a year. And the coolest thing about it is it includes all of the lifestyle events, you know, that you get to go to, but it also includes front yard maintenance. And that's everything from lawn mowing to the bushes, trimming the trees. Basically, if they can stand on their feet and trim your trees, then they're going to do it. But it's a way to keep everything cohesive. And they have a company that uses better ingredients on fertilizer and all of that because they don't want it washing into the nature preserve and affecting it negatively. So there's lots of layers to them really keeping all of this beautiful along the way. So I just wanted y'all to know that. Okay, so now I'm here at American Legend in Ramble, and they have a 60-foot product and they have a 40-foot product. The 40-foot products are offering a $30,000 towards whatever, design, upgrades, maybe even rate buy down, closing cost. The 60-foot, which is what I'm gonna show you guys, they're offering $50,000 in incentives. So the 60-foot, you're looking at 3,000 to 4,000 square feet, mid 700s all the way up to the high 8s. The 40-foot, you're looking at 2,200 square feet up to 3,900 square feet, and you're gonna stay in the 500s over there. So it is a small lot, 40 foot's a small lot, but it's still a really great price point to get into Ramble. So I'm gonna take you inside and show you American Legend because it's really stunning. Okay, so you walk in and this is the office. And then on this side is the secondary bedroom that's down that I tell you guys is really common here. And then we've got the full-on bathroom that goes with that. And it's got a walk-in closet, which is really nice. I love that there's hardwood floors down here. Sometimes they just do the carpet. It's really nice to get some hardwood floors. And then moving down here, you've got the downstairs media room, which everybody knows I love that because I like that entertainment space. And there is the half bathroom. And then you come into just a wide open living, dining, and kitchen space with a really well proportioned island. I love the fact that it's got the 2 ovens. So pretty, all the natural light. Look how many people you can have over for dinner. And you've got the pantry over here. All right, let's go find the primary bedroom. Now remember that this whole thing collapses down and opens, and you can do the screen that comes down like this so that you don't have the bugs. And then you also have this slider. I bet you this is supposed to just be a door that opens, not a slider, because 2 sliders is typically an upgrade. All right, and then, oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Look at the beam up there. And then how big this room is. Such a great size. Look at all of the windows. And then we come into the bathroom. Oh, it's so pretty, so light and bright. So you've got this vanity, shower and bath, soaking tub. You have the makeup vanity, and then you have your whole standalone vanity over here. Got the little potty, and then look at this. Holy moly! This is the biggest closet ever. It's so nice. It's even got that 3rd row up there. And it leads into the laundry room, which is really nice. I like that it's got the storage up there. And then it pops us back into the living room. All right, let's go upstairs and see what's up there. So they've got the game room right here with the dry bar, beverage station. It's a good size, can have a whole gaming table. I do like all the windows here, and I like these windows because it gives that natural light. And then coming over here, we've got this bathroom, which is nice. It's a good size to share because it's gonna share with this bedroom and this bedroom. This is all really good size too. The reason I keep pointing out the sizing of the bedrooms is because I feel like over time, secondary bedrooms have gotten smaller and smaller and smaller. So when I see a well-proportioned room, it just matters because I think new construction gets smaller sometimes. And so I'm always gonna point that out to you guys if the room's really big. All right, and here's the other. All right, here is the cutest little bathroom. On this side, shower and tub. And then you've got a really cute walk-in closet. So let's go see this bedroom. Oh, and you have a linen. That's nice to have. This is a good size too. So you can see you have room for a beanbag, the bed, and a nightstand. You could easily get 2 nightstands in here. And then you have all this room over here. You have plenty of room right here to have a really big chair. You could even do one of those fun things that hangs from the ceiling, the hanging chairs, which kids love these days. But yeah, you have a lot of space here, a lot of room to grow. Again, the 40-foot lot will be smaller, but getting into a brand new construction in this type of neighborhood in the 500s is fantastic. I just think that it's worth looking at. I'm gonna go show you the backyard now since this is a 60-foot lot. All right. So So this is a good size. I'm not 100% sure what's going on with this little stage thing. Maybe you could have like musicals out there, plays, maybe put a hot tub out there. Anyway, you've got a really great covered patio with 2 ceiling fans, and that screen would come down here if you were to get it and give you that indoor outdoor living space. But it's a good size yard, even with this whole platform out here. But I just wanted y'all to see kind of what that looked like. We'll come up here on the platform and I'll show you. So got lots of room for kiddos and pets. 4th master plan community in Celina, and it is massive. We're talking 1,380 acres for just 2 miles north of downtown Celina. At full build out, Ramble's plan to have 4,200 new homes with a total investment north of $4 billion. So let's talk location, because this is where Ramble really shines. You are 2.6 miles from Celina's historic downtown square, which is so charming. And Celina High School sits just about a mile away from here. So from here, you've got easy access to the Dallas North Tollway, which puts Frisco, Plano, Legacy West, and McKinney within 20 to 30 minutes. Downtown Dallas and DFW Airport are easy to trip to as well. You're probably talking about 45 minutes, but you're never far from everything that North Texas offers. I think this matters more than people think it does. But when you're choosing a builder or a developer, and you've got to look at track record. Hillwood Communities has been named Developer of the Year 7 times by the Dallas Association of Builders. 7 times, that's not luck. And that's not marketing, that's a builder who consistently delivers on what they promise, community after community. They're also behind Liliana right here in Celina, along with communities like Union Park, Pecan Square, Harvest, which is over in Fort Worth. When you make amazing decisions that are all about community, then you're going to have a lot of people that think that you're a really great developer, and he's doing it again right here in Ramble. So this is the part of Ramble that genuinely sets it apart from all the other communities going on here in Celina right now. So stick with me because I want to kind of explain it to you guys. Hillwood designed this community to feel like it's built inside of a park rather than a park built inside of a community. So it's got a really special touch to it. At the center of it all is Ramble Trail. And that's a 7-mile linear space that kind of acts as a spine to the whole community. Plus about 30 miles of additional trails and pathways that are very woven throughout the community. We're talking nearly 220 acres of parks and nature and 28 acres of a recreational lake. That trail system connects to public parks, sports fields, dog parks, disc golf, and the amenity center. You've got a future elementary school that's going to go in, I think, next year, and eventually a regional bike trail that actually is going to link it all the way to downtown Celina. So the centerpiece amenity is actually called the Turtle Club, and it's really, really going to be pretty. Think about National Park inspired clubhouse with an infinity pool, an event lawn, a fishing pier, a playscape, a fitness facility, and a pond that has its own fishing dock. The first village in the community is called West Lake. It's built right around Ramble's signature lake, and that's where you'll find kind of the early hub of neighborhood life. There's also the Ramble Coffee House, which is right behind me. It's 1418 Coffee. They actually repurposed an existing ranch home on the property into the coffee shop, so it's got a lot of character to it, and they really want to keep that character throughout the whole community. Hillwood calls it a third place, meaning it's not home, it's not work, it's that spot where neighbors can kind of run into each other, grab a coffee, and end up staying for hours just to chat and catch up. It's a small detail, but it says a lot about how intentional this community is. And it's not just a physical space. Hillwood has a full-time on-site lifestyle manager who curates more than 300 resident events every single year. Festivals, seasonal celebrations, happy hours, clubs for every age. This is a developer that's thinking about how you're actually gonna live versus just throwing up a community. And one of the coolest things that they just told me is they're about to have a fish fry, and they're going to stock the pond with fish, and then you're gonna be able to fish as families and neighbors. Then you're gonna learn how to prepare and cook your own fish. I just think it's really cool. And if you listen, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but that's outdoor nature. And that's what's so cool about this community is the walking trails. And I don't know if you can see behind me, but there's water back there. There's ponds all throughout. There's a huge nature preserve that runs straight through this entire phase. They're gonna have, I think, 6 phases, and every phase is going to have something really specific to them, plus multiple amenity centers. And if you wanna get back to nature and get your kids living in a lifestyle where they wanna hang out with their neighborhood friends, they're gonna have Ranger Amy is on staff, and she is a zoologist, and she's gonna have the kids out learning about nature and nature hikes and learning about animals and just all the things that you want your kids to be able to learn and grow up. This community is going to be very much of a feel of getting back to the basics, but yet having all of the amenities that go along with that. All the houses are gonna have flagpoles and a light that goes to the flagpole, so that you can have camaraderie with being in the US. It's gonna be amazing. If you want the down home lifestyle of the feel of Celina, you know, over 4,000 house master plan community with all of the amenities, a coffee shop, golf carts, community events, nature trails, then Ramble is a really great place for you. And guess what, guys? It's phase 1. So talk about getting in and getting some good equity. The time is now. If anyone were to ask me, Tiffany, if I moved to Celina, which subdivision should I look at? I'm gonna say Ramble all day long. So text me, reach out, I'll get you all the builders incentives. I'm gonna do a part 2 on Ramble because there's just not enough time to show you everything in this community on one video. So reach out, text, I will get you the builder incentives. Obviously, I typically get a little bit more incentive just because of how much I work with these builders. So let me know, we will help guide you the whole way.